It's Alicia Kramer. And in this week's Mentor Minutes, I want to talk about why people don't have breakthroughs and positive results from various different programs and teachings and all of the stuff that seems to be working so well for other people seems to work for the guru, seems to work for the coach, seems to work for the mentor. But for some reason, the majority of students, clients, customers just aren't getting the same result. This probably resonates for you to some extent. We all have this experience to varying degrees. And I want to talk about this today because it's a really important concept to remember as you are moving forward on your journey. Many of us have been students of great thinkers, motivational individuals, inspirational individuals. You may even have delved into understanding universal laws and principles. You may have been an avid follower of teachers like Abraham Hicks or Bashar or any number of these, we'll call them individuals who are communicating very high level information, spiritual concepts, universal concepts. And still, for some reason, there are these areas where you just don't feel like you're getting the results that you want. When we understand how the mind works, it makes a lot more sense. And I've been teaching and preaching this for a long time, but understanding it conceptually, I know doesn't necessarily make us feel a whole lot better when we're bumping up against a challenge that we truly want to break through. We genuinely want to be on the other side of. When I was a general hypnotherapist, I was working with individuals on challenges that sometimes they had for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Take, for instance, someone who was a 40-year smoker. It's not that they wanted to be a smoker all those years and then one day just decided, hey, I don't want to smoke anymore. I'm going to go hire a hypnotherapist. And just like that, bam, magic and miracles. In most instances, those individuals tried. They tried the patches and the pills and the gum and the cold turkey, and they tried all the stuff. And it didn't get them the result that they wanted. Now, we understand as hypnotherapists that there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the subconscious mind, in the programming of our mind and our body that cause that to be a very challenging addiction. And we also understand that even something as helpful as hypnotherapy may not be effective if that individual isn't in the right mindset. And here's what I mean by that. This is not a cop-out. A lot of people are complaining online about how if a coaching client doesn't get the result, the coach blames it on the client's mindset. What I'm referring to here is a really, really solid commitment, a really firm conviction to making this lifestyle change. And the fact is, many of us say we want something, but we have conflicting beliefs. We have conflicting values. We have these tricky little things going on in our subconscious mind that cause our mind to hold on to our old problem. And until we uncover those things, or until we have the type of shift, the mindset shift, the conviction to our goal that supersedes all of those limiting beliefs, no amount of amazing books, amazing videos, amazing gurus, seminars, cruises, workshops, all the stuff is going to get you to that positive shift, that real, true breakthrough. So when you are working on your goal and you don't feel like you're getting the results you want, I want you to remember something very important. Your mind is holding on to what is known. It believes for some reason or a number of different reasons, even if they're completely nonsensical, completely irrational, that holding on to this way of being is safe and it is for your good for some reason. Okay. But as you're reading those books, as you're going to those seminars, as you're doing your inner work, you are little by little creating new mental programming, little by little softening up that resistance, little by little preparing yourself mentally and emotionally for that change. And sometimes it takes that individual 40 years before they're ready, before they now have such a substantial value conflict in their own mind that they're ready, willing, and able to release and let go of their attachment to whatever their old beliefs, their old construct, their old stuff was that was keeping them stuck in that pattern. Now, I don't want you to be discouraged, and I don't want you to think that I'm saying that it's going to take you 40 years to break through your financial rut or 40 years to finally meet the love of your life or any silly stuff like that. Don't get black and white in your mind. What I want you to recognize is the good work does matter. And that if you haven't broken through yet, it's okay. You're going to be okay. Your mind has kept you alive and you're still functioning. You're still here, right? With those particular beliefs that are not so great. And so you're going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Soften up a little bit of that resistance and really begin to explore within yourself. Why might I be holding on to this? Even if it's completely irrational, even if it's the stupidest thing that I've ever heard myself think or say, why might I want to hold on to this old lifestyle, this old pattern? Why might you be holding on to your own money story? Why might you be holding on to your story about business? I tell you, a lot of people don't really want more clients. They say they do. They really, really say they do. And they're doing all the stuff and they're spending money on advertising and they're spending time in their business and they're doing all the stuff. But if you're honest with yourself, when you think about that prospective client calling or having that consultation or sending off that proposal, what happens inside of you? You got butterflies? Do you feel a little sick to your stomach? Do you feel some fear, some apprehension? That's your subconscious mind saying, it's not safe. I don't actually want that. I prefer to be here in my safe little bubble. We've got to break through those things. We've got to challenge those things. We've got to release those things. We've got to have enough conviction for what we truly desire, that we're ready, willing, and able to bust through all of those fears and all of those limiting beliefs. Then when you book the session with the hypnotherapist, bam, that's when the magic happens. That's when you take the course and you're the one out of 100 people that gets the incredible results because you are ready when you have that type of inner shift. The Inner Game Academy is created to help you create those shifts. It may not make miracles happen, or it might. What you've got to remember here is that all of the good work matters. And if you're truly committed to yourself, you're going to buckle up and you're going to be ready to take that ride, even if it's a little bumpy, even if it's not a magical, miraculous, transformational result from the seminar or the cruise or the book or the whatever. Buckle up, because if you really want this for yourself, you're going to have to work through your internal objections to it. But you can do it. You've done it before in other areas of your life. You can do this again. I hope that this has been helpful to you. We're going to wrap up this episode of Mentor Minutes, and I'll see you in another video.